How's it going, everybody? Welcome to TableTakes Game Night. Today, we're going to be playing a little game called Dungeon Crawl Classics. In this game, we play basically what amounts to an old school RPG. In the style of old school RPGs, we will be rolling dice, attacking monsters, pretending that we are cool. I'm very excited. This is a hyper deadly system in which all of my players today, all the players you see before me, will be subjected to the most grueling abominations, the most harrowing obstacles, and the most grotesque demons and otherworldly creatures a mind can imagine. None of them will survive for very long, but that's okay. That's what this game's for. It's to experience death in a wacky, silly, funny way, you know? So let's get into it. I am joined here by my good pals. We've got Bonsai Baby, we've got Peter Atkinson, and we've got Noir Enigma. Each of them is going to be playing 4 characters all at the same time. I've given them their character sheets to keep track of. I have lots of faith in them that they will be able to do that successfully. I have no way of tracking what they're doing and what they're saying, but I trust you all implicitly. So let's just operate under the assumption that we're all friends and we're all gonna play fair, right, everybody?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Great.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy to hear that. All right. So here's what you need to know about Dungeon Crawl Classics. You've got yourselves some character sheets, and those character sheets have a lot of things on them, namely occupation, strength, agility, stamina, perception, intelligence, and luck scores. You've also got a reflex saving throw modifier, a fortitude saving throw modifier, a will saving throw modifier. You've got HP, probably a 1-digit number. You've got an AC, which is probably a 2-digit number or worse. You've got your combat weapon. You've got some notes about your speed and bonus to initiative. You've got some equipment that you start with. And you've got your lucky sign. Now, what is a lucky sign? Basically, this is like an omen that you were born with. In this game, there is a stat that you might not have seen before called luck. And with a luck modifier, you might be a very lucky person who gets lucky sometimes, or you might be a very unlucky person who doesn't get lucky very often. You'll also notice that the stat numbers next to strength, agility, stamina, etc., they're not as easy to understand. They're not 1-to-1 like it is in D&D, right? So like the bonuses are limited. Right? If you have a 16, you only get a +2. But if you have a 7, that's a -1. Or like a 6, that's a -2. Oh, sorry, a -1 as well. But like you might have like an intelligence score of 3. And you'll have a -3 to all your intelligence rolls. This game can be pretty brutal, especially in character creation. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering, how do we begin? Well, first, I want to answer any quick questions that anybody has about the system and how it works. Does anybody have anything that they need to get out of the way at the start? I think everybody's on board. All right. So let us...
I cast Fireball.
Let us get started with the adventure. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to be playing through an adventure called The Accursed Heart of the World Ender, which is a very fun, but also very scary, very dangerous adventure. I pulled out the wrong folder. 1 second. A very scary adventure. It's all placed in a world in which there are people who are born with... How do you say, special blood? Yeah, you've got special blood coursing through your veins. And there's a pilgrimage that happens once a year in secret. Now, why is this pilgrimage made in secret? Well, the pilgrimage is made for people who have been selected from a sacred bloodline to travel to a temple, a sacred temple, in which there is a spear, a magical spear, wedged into a hill. And whosoever, well, these are all rumors, but whosoever pulls the spear from the hill shall be named the new ruler of the kingdom. Let's give our kingdom a name, shall we? What should we name our kingdom? How about Oblivion? Pretty dark, right?
Pretty dark.
Yeah, that's pretty dark. I was gonna say Detroit.
Okay,
That's even
also pretty
darker.
dark. That's even darker. Let's say Detroit. So the kingdom of Detroit. This pilgrimage is actually outlawed. If you are caught trying to find the temple, if you are caught out on the day before the pilgrimage is typically made, and the guards who are patrolling the area catch you, you are whisked away to a room. And in this room, there are no lights. There's only a voice that speaks to you from beyond, and no one ever hears from you again. Speaking of which, let's have our first roll of the day. Each of you is going to make a luck roll. What this means is you're going to choose one of your characters, and you make a roll of a d20. But I'm going to make this a little bit more interesting. Choose the character that has the lowest luck modifier. Okay, so you should just have 4. If you have a tie, just choose one of the two, and then roll a d20. But
Should we introduce our characters?
no, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. We do not care who these characters are, what they did for a living. They will not last long enough for us. Oh, I'm positive. Don't worry.
But we came up with backstories and everything.
I warned you about this. I told you not to do that. You disobeyed my orders.
Wait. I thought this was section 0. I thought this was the section we were all going to create our characters and figure out their backstory.
No. See, in Dungeon Crawl Classics, there is something called a funnel. It's different from a session 0 you might have played in other RPG systems. In a funnel, we dump a bunch of characters that were randomly generated in, and only a few filter out through the bottom, perhaps 1 or 2 per player. And that will be the character that you take on to level 1 and so on into the future of campaigns. But we're playing in a funnel. So none of your characters have names. Maybe they have an occupation. They're all random humans with random abilities to do things. A couple of items, maybe. You're peasants. You have no money to your name.
All right, so roll a d20.
But first, before you roll that d20, I want to make sure that everyone watching has a chance to join in on the fun. So for each of you, now the audience isn't going to be able to see this, but for each of you, I want you to go over to the chat window and roll 20. Up at the top, you should see a gear symbol. When you hover your mouse over it, it will say My Settings. And you're going to click on that gear symbol. Then you're going to scroll down until you see Dice Options. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
All right, click on Dice Options and make sure you have enabled all 3 toggles. Enable Advanced Dice, enable 3D Dice, and automatically roll 3D dice. Once you have all 3 of those check boxes ticked, you can go over to the chat window, and then you can type in a command. I will give you this command to roll. If you want to copy and paste that into the chat window and press enter, it will roll a die for you. Be careful, you only get 1 roll each. All right, so we've got a 12 from Noir. Peter did not set up his 3D dice well enough, unfortunately, so we only see a 4 in chat window for him. Oh, there it goes, but he rolled a second time. That's not allowed, sorry. And Bonsai, how about you? Go ahead and roll.
I'm slow at typing. Oh, my dice is orange. Yay.
Congratulations. If you want to change your color, you can actually do so at the bottom of the screen. You just you just click on the color that's next to your name. If you don't like it, change it. But you're not allowed to have red or orange. Red is for me, orange is for Bonsai.
Oh, okay. I was like, but I got orange already.
Sweet. We've all got our personal colors ready to go. Excellent. So now your dice will actually show up as that color. Pretty neat. All right, Peter, you rolled a 4.
Yes.
What is the total luck after modifying
2.
with a 2? Excellent. So you got a character with a -2 to your luck. Okay.
Yes, I do.
So you are all chosen by members of a very secret society to make the pilgrimage to their sacred temple. However, while in transit, one of you, Peter's character,
named 2.
Named 2?
This character's name is 2.
Okay, so 2 was walking along with the rest of the characters who are traveling to the pilgrimage, but unfortunately for you, your pants got hooked on a stake in the ground, snagged a little bit. You were unfortunate enough to have to wrench yourself free, ripping a shred of your pants away, which wouldn't have been too bad, except for the fact that there are sniffer dogs about. The guards found that shred of pant leg. They tracked you down. They stole you from your tent as you were sleeping, and your character is now dead. Please mark them as deceased. However you decide you want to do that.
How many red lights are in the room, Peter? How many red lights?
Yeah, all of them. They're all here. They're all here.
You are now down to 3 characters. Let's see if anybody else lasts any longer.
That's good. I was really having trouble getting my head around 4 characters. So perfect.
Excellent. All right. So you have all arrived at the Valley of the Temple, and now I have some box text to read. Ooh. Yay. All right. After 2 arduous weeks of night travel, you arrive at the temple at dawn, exhausted and hungry. From here, you look down and see a mighty forest, a ridge of foothills dotted with caves to the west, and the walled temple of the sacred Bloodline. The temple is a buttressed Gothic structure, 40 feet high, covered in pictorial stained glass. The window art depicts scenes showing generic representations of the king and queen that the faithful believe someday shall become. Someday shall come. The king victorious on the battlefield, the queen comforting the poor, the king rebuilding the great city, etc. A 12-foot tall stone wall covered in bold relief sculptures of similar themes surrounds the structure, with reinforced wooden gates at the front. So, your first task, the bells begin to ring as you approach the walls. The faithful are celebrating the arrival of their newest pilgrims.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Anybody got any food?
First things first, you're going to have to get over this wall. So, go ahead and make a strength check, all of you, with each of your characters.
Oh, so that's going to be 4 rolls.
4
Yes, 4 rolls total. And the audience hopefully will be able to see each and every one of them. Oh my God, that is pitch black. The audience cannot see that, Noir. Peter, good job. You learned how to roll 4 dice at once.
Except I only have 3 characters.
You can apply them to your characters however you want.
Oh.
You can put the 20 on one of the characters. Oh yeah, you only have 3 characters. That's unfortunate.
You want me to re-roll or roll a d4 to see which of those dice?
Let's just remove the 20. Just remove the 20 and you can
okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, that's a real dick move there.
Ooh.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
This game's pretty brutal.
I have a lot of really great rolls.
Good job,
strength.
Bonsai. Lots of great rolls. I love these rolls. Almost a Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Okay, cool. So for each of your characters, for all of the characters who don't get a 12 or higher, they are left behind temporarily.
sorry.
Okay, I'm down to one character now.
Just for now. Okay, so make sure you keep track of how many characters have made it over the wall at this point. The other ones are going to have to wait for folks to come by with their giant ladders. The problem is you might get caught by some folks who are spying on this temple. The temple is in a very hidden location, but there are spies sent around to different decoy temples, trying to figure out which one's the real temple. So you might get spotted once enough time has passed and you've been trying to climb up this wall for too long.
Oh my god,
Okay.
Bonsai, your rolls are so good.
Yes.
Okay, so Bonsai, how many characters did get over the wall?
None of them. None of them got over the wall.
None of them.
I am not an athlete, okay?
Mhm.
None of my people are athletes. We are artisans. We are connoisseurs. We are thinkers. Let's let the barbarians go first, you know? There you
Sure.
go.
Sure. Noir, how many of your characters got over the wall?
That's gonna be 2 of them.
2 of them. That's great. That's better than none. Peter, how many of your characters got over the wall?
One.
Only one. Okay.
Would
Great.
you like
So,
to know the name of the 2 characters that made it over?
I know I'm gonna regret it, but go for it.
Timothy Chalabu, my smuggler, made it over.
Mm.
And Chevy Chase, the gravedigger, made it over.
These are great names.
All right.
They're great names.
I hope everything goes well for them.
I'm a band of halflings. I'm from a halfling village, so this is like discriminatory against me. I've
All right.
called it. Yeah.
All right. So now that you know which characters have gotten over the wall, we need to roll for the characters who didn't. So you're going to struggle a little bit. For all the characters that didn't get over the wall the first time, roll again.
Strength?
Yeah, strength.
Oh, so
Okay.
do you want me to tell you that none of them went over the wall again?
Oh, yes. I would love to hear that, Bonsai. Thank you very much.
None of them got over the wall. This is discriminatory against halflings.
Okay. Bonsai.
Mm.
Which of your characters has the lowest luck score?
That would be Ichi. Ichi has the lowest score.
Okay. So here's what
the
happens.
Rain White.
Here's what happens to Ichi.
Oh,
It's not that bad. It's actually, honestly, it's really not that bad. Ichi, along with everyone else, was climbing, slowly inching their way up the wall, little by little by little. Eventually, Ichi got about halfway up the wall when one of the stone bricks came loose.
Oh.
Ichi plummeted to the ground and took 1d6 damage.
Oh, let me
that could
roll
be fatal.
d6.
That could be fatal. That's probably fatal.
Oh, wait, did you roll or I roll?
I rolled.
What would you roll?
I got a 6.
Yeah.
I am super alive.
Oh, really?
With my score of -4 as my health.
For reference, everyone should have probably had a d4 as their hit points, plus maybe some stamina bonus if you're lucky. Okay, so a bunch of you made it over the wall. Noir, did all of your characters get over the wall a second time?
No. Marcus did not make it over this time.
Okay. So
however, Javion came through with a solid 18. So Javion made it over.
What? What are you doing?
Yeah, power
I hate
move.
this. I hate this. I hate this. Oh, this is garbage. This is garbage. Okay. Noir. So
Yes.
Marcus is the one who didn't make it over.
No, he did.
Okay. So for Marcus, something interesting happened. When Marcus fell off the wall, he didn't actually die.
Hey,
but he did get
that's that
pretty
potato
badly,
farming, you know.
But he did get pretty badly injured.
Oh no.
Make a luck roll.
Okay.
And with this one, I'm going to have you roll 1 die down. What does that mean? In Dungeon Crawl Classics, we have weird dice. And I say weird dice with quotes because these dice are only weird in that they have different numbered sides on them than you'll find in most RPGs. There is something called the dice chain. And on this chain, there are dice with sides numbered all the way down from 2 and all the way up to 24. If you go one die down on the chain, you'll go down from whatever the D20 is, or D6 or D8 or whatever, to the lower die value. And the chain goes like this. Let me pull it out so you all know. And when I say weird dice, I mean weird. They're going to have weird numbers of sides on them. So we've got, by the way, these are called Zoki dice or Zochi dice. I'm not sure. Sorry, I thought there was something in my background, but it was just my blur. Okay, anyway.
Is it Zaki?
Zaki, sorry, Zaki dice. Thank you for correcting me.
It might be named after Lou Zaki, who invented the Zakihedron, which is a 100-sided die.
You're absolutely right. Wow.
Oh,
I'm so glad this is why we keep you around, Peter.
He's an old dude. He's older than I am.
So this is the dice chain. We've got a D3, D4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we go up to 10, 12, 14, 16, and then we jump to 20, and then 24, and then the highest is 30. So you're going to go one die down from D20 to D16. And then use your luck modifier for that character. Let's see what happens. Don't roll a 1.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Ha!
So those dice will not show up on the screen because they are weird. And Roll20 has not implemented weird dice into their 3D system. Oh no, it's a 5. What's the total?
The total is 5.
Okay, so not dead, but Marcus is going to have a permanent limp.
Ooh.
Marcus, I'm so sorry, buddy.
Sorry, Marcus. I'm sure you'll be fine.
You landed on my corpse, didn't you, Marcus? Gosh darn, poor Ichi. You used me as a falling area.
For Marcus's character, I want you to make a note. From now on, their agility modifier is going to be reduced by 2 permanently. And then they're also going to have 1 die down to do anything that requires the use of their leg.
Oof.
And then Peter, did you get anybody over the wall?
Yes, I still have 1 character that's not over the wall.
Okay, gotcha. But everybody else got over?
Yeah, yes. One of them in the first round, one of them in the second round, and one of them didn't make it to the wall.
All right, for the sake of time, everybody eventually does get over the wall. It just, some people take a little bit longer than others.
Okay.
For your first challenge, well done. A bunch of people survived. Great. Okay, so there are just about 37 what they call Templars, plus the Grand Vizier. That's the information that you gather from talking to a bunch of different people. There are a dozen working families. We've got the farmers, the woodcutters, the glassblowers, and etc. that live in cabins nearby that support the temple. Everything is paid for by a very secret patron. Perhaps you can find out who at some point. But they tell you that their goal is to help restore the monarchy, and each and every one of you has the blood. Maybe one of you has like a mark on your arm or something like that. Maybe one of you was actually prophesied in a book. Oh, look, a person named Javion. Well, that's a very unique name. If you find anybody named Javion, make sure you get them to the temple. Anyway, eventually you make it beyond the temple gates, and I will now show you the map, or at least some of it. Voila. You all are down here where I'm pinging towards the kitchen and dormitory. 2 humanoids in bilious white robes flank the gate. They smile and call, "Hail, pilgrims!" Bowing deeply as you approach. They seem to be humans, but not completely so. The first Templar has immensely long legs and must squat to look you in the eye. The other has the head of a brachycephalic cat but is otherwise recognizably human. We actually have a picture that I can show you here. You're only going to see part of it for a second. First person to freak out makes a luck roll. Works every time. Oh,
Cool.
Nope.
Almost.
Ah,
Yeah.
handsome.
All right, there you go. Yeah, very handsome, right? So the Templars watch all of you climb down over the gates, and they're like scratching their heads, but then they're like, and they open the gates for you. So you must be here to meet Grand Vizier. Well, thank you for making this pilgrimage. To start, we are going to have you just take use of some of our resources. We're going to treat you as if you are royalty, because that's what you are, potentially. We have our esteemed team of chefs, cooks, and we have attendants. If there's anything that you need that we can get for you, we will send them out. We will send messages to whoever you may need as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to speak to any of us. We are all ones who have tried to pull the spear from the ground, but unfortunately, we were unsuccessful. So, is there anything that you all need before we get started? We are going to have you all wake up just about in 3 days. Yes, at dawn in 3 days, we will have you enter the altar.
You got any food?
Oh, yes, we've got plenty. We've got the finest delicacies that Detroit has to offer.
Yes.
And they actually direct you over to the kitchen where you are seated. Someone places a napkin delicately in the hem of your shirt, and they place all your silverware in front of you, and they serve a 4-course meal of steaming, hot, fresh vegetables and meats that you could not find anywhere else. This is high and far above anything you've ever experienced in your peasant life. Anybody else have anything that they want to take care of?
Trey comes up to one of them. Do you happen to have a library filled with books of astrology, perhaps?
By all means, of course. We have a large tome room where we have the history of Detroit, where you can learn anything you wish. We haven't perused through everything ourselves, but feel free, take your time. You've got plenty that you can browse through while we set up preparations in the next 3 days. And they direct you over to a large building filled to the brim with books. And Noir, anything for you?
Yeah, JVL's gonna go. Well, seeing that you've all done this before, what should we ask for? What would aid us in our quest?
That is the best question you could have asked. That is the perfect question. That's the one I would have asked.
So give me something.
I just did. You're very welcome, sir. If there's any other way that I can assist you, please feel free. All right, Bonsai, go ahead and roll with your character. Make an intelligence roll.
Intelligence roll with Trey?
Yeah, the one who went into the library.
Okay, let me roll. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, I don't know why I put 30. It's supposed to be 20. Cool.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
That's a 4.
Yeah, it is a 4. Okay. So let's see here. You learn more about the rumor about pulling the spear from the hill. The rumor came about some time ago when people discovered that the spear had magical properties. Over time, the fable grew and grew in prominence until people just assumed, for the most part, that they should be following anybody with the power to lift that spear out of the ground. Okay. Other than that, you don't really learn much.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes. So on our character sheets, let's take number 1, for example.
Mm-hmm.
He has he or she, we don't know yet, is combat. It says mace +0.
Right.
But under equipment, it doesn't list a mace. Can I assume that that he has a mace?
That's a great question. So yes, you can assume that you have a mace. The reason that it's in combat and not in equipment is because there's 2 different things you would have rolled: your combat weapon and your equipment.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Don't worry. They're typically a list of mundane items that you would have gotten in addition to the stuff. Yeah. Okay. So
I want to ask. My guy that has the mace. I'm going to assume that he's the best. Kind of got a little worried because he's got a proper weapon. So he's smart enough to ask if they've got like any armor or shields around and nobody's using.
Please do not bother yourself with such trifles. You won't need any of those things here. We are all safe within these walls. We have guards to protect you. Take it easy. Kick your feet up. Enjoy some of the grapes that we have procured from the vineyard, miles and miles away. Grapes, yes.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
Please do not worry yourself. We are here to protect you, and we will do so with our very lives. By the way, my name is Palmot. I will be leading us in prayer tomorrow. In fact, why don't I show all of you to our sacred grove before you head off to sleep? Shall we? And he directs you all towards the sacred grove.
Okay.
The sacred grove is right here. I'm pinging it for you. Boom,
All
boom.
right.
All right. This is a cultivated patch of greenery within the temple walls. There are several dozen slender trees, a circle of benches, a small pond where colorful fish swim about, and a small pulpit. A man awaits you, draped in the sweeping white robes of a Templar and wearing a tall blue hat. The figure has no right eye, but the entire left side of his head is covered in a cluster of small eyes, all of which track you as you approach. Welcome, friends. Sit and be rested.
Okay.
This is who is introduced to you as the Grand Wazir.
Okay, the Grand Wazir.
Thank you all for joining us. Palmot will be leading you in prayer. As you wake up tomorrow, we will pray to our gods, and we will ask them for their blessing as we send you all into the into the hill to pull the spear from its post.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
You are all going to be treated as royalty, as you should be.
Perfect.
All right. Does anybody have anything they want to take care of in the next 3 days?
I think, could I do for both of my extra characters? They are not idle people. One wants to practice their barber skills.
Great idea. There are a couple of people who have hair growing in places that they really shouldn't and would love some help with that.
I will help them with that.
Yeah, so one person actually lifts up their leg and slams it down on a table next to you and is like, anything you can do about that? And
yes, I think
hair as long as like the locks of hair on your head. They're orange and they're draped over the table and they're just asking for a little bit of advice or any.
All right, we're gonna go ahead
tonics.
And cut it down short, and then we're gonna do this thing called waxing.
Waxing? What is that?
It's a ceremony of you have to sacrifice your pain in order to get rid of the hair.
How painful will it be?
It's like, you ever got slapped by a comely woman?
Yes. How did you
know? It's
like
that.
Are you a psychic?
No, I've just been around the block.
Well, that's less exciting, but
but you know what? Especially afterwards, you feel her when she slapped you. You feel a warmness on your face. That's what we'll do. We're gonna apply the poultice and then commit the ceremony.
Pulls up her pant leg and she's like, "Okay, go for it."
Okay, yeah, we'll do this. Commit the ceremony, and then I'm gonna put a hot towel, as if touched by that warm embrace, to soothe it afterwards.
Okay, well, I'm ready if you are. Go for it.
All right. So, what do you want me to roll?
You don't have to roll anything. Just describe it.
I want to roll. Can I roll just for funsies?
Ask him how many experience points you got.
I'm gonna roll for funsies. I don't know what my barber skills will give me, but a 6.
What happens?
I should have applied baby powder before I did this. It hurts a little bit extra.
Oh,
and the some patches of wax still stay on there.
She screams. Everyone hears it. They poke their heads into the room to look. What are you doing?
We are doing the ceremonial aspect of waxing, as all one must hear, to get rid of the hair.
Of course, my liege. My apologies. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yes.
The person bows and backs out of the room. Okay. For the rest of you, is there anything that you want to take care of over the next 3 days before we jump into the ceremony?
I'm a grave digger, so I'm probably just gonna put the one of us that passed in a hole.
Oh, yeah. Good idea. Okay. Do you do that inside the temple or do you leave the temple to do that?
I'll do it inside the temple.
Okay. All right.
In the garden.
So as you try to do that, several people come up to you and they try to yank the shovel out of your hands. 3 people are literally trying to rip it from your hands. No, please let us do it. Let us. We're going to help. We can help you. Don't dirty yourself.
Listen, my name is Chevy Chase and I do what I want.
Make a strength check.
Right? Oh, okay.
Ooh,
oh, no.
Nice. The shovel is ripped away from you. You can go ahead and remove that from your inventory. You no longer have a shovel, and you will not be getting that back.
They took my shovel.
They just took it away from you.
By the way, I've been saying these dice are pretty cursed. Why are we getting so many low rolls?
I don't know.
He's gonna look at them and go, "But that's my livelihood. If you take that, I'll starve to death."
You will be king. When you are king, you will have 2,000 grave diggers that can do that job for you. And then they go off and start digging a grave for all the people that have died.
I'm hiding my pitchfork.
Now it's time to steal.
And okay, for my last character, Veer, they want their duck to be treated like royalty. Not actually them, but they have a duck named Quackington. And I want to see how they treat my duck.
Remember when I said perception earlier is one of those stats? I was so wrong. I don't know how I got that wrong. It's actually personality.
Oh.
So please roll a personality. And I'm going to say minus 2 dice because this is a really far-fetched. So you cannot get a crit on this. Roll it. So the dice chain, once again, it goes from 20 to 16 to 14. So you're going to roll a D14. And then add your personality bonus for that character to try to convince these people that the duck should be treated as royalty, not you.
Keep in mind, this is a -1 for my personality.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Perfect. 7. Perfect. Each and every one of you each and every one of the Templars laughs uproariously. They're rolling on the ground laughing. They're pointing at the duck and laughing, and they say, well done. Thank you for entertaining us, Your Majesty.
She rolled an 8, by the way.
I know. She got a 7 total. And everybody's laughing.
I just went for the strength.
Oh, I see. Yeah, some people can't. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you guys won't be able to see that. Sorry. Okay. 3 days pass by.
Maybe the goose is actually. I have a goose. Maybe the goose is
the goose.
Do you want to try for the goose? Go ahead.
Well, I don't let Bonsai try it again.
No, I already tried. You go. I think this is one roll for the duck. Now I want to see if the goose gets treated better.
I don't think this is 3.
This is not important, and I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
We are going to move on now. Okay, so 3 days pass, and you are all allowed entry into the Temple of the Sacred Bloodline. But before you can go in, everyone holds hands and prays in the sacred grove. At this point, if you have any questions about their rich culture, you may ask a question. You don't have to actually ask which question. You can just roll a D14 if you are if you don't know anything about religion, if you're not a religious character who's making the roll. But I'm only allowing you to roll once and then apply that roll to whichever character you wish.
Yeah, I'll roll a D14.
Cool.
I'll also roll a D14 just for funsies.
Yeah.
But I will have
What did you say
Trey.
this roll was for again?
I got 11.
This is for knowledge about the religion surrounding the Temple of the Sacred Bloodline. Okay, so I'm seeing 11. I'm seeing a 7.
7. My astrologer's smart.
Just forget
Trey
it.
is smart.
I rolled a
The
Peter,
stars are telling me about this culture.
Peter, what's your total?
It's 11.
11 is okay. No, okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, so what you learn about their rich culture is that long ago, before this spear had been shoved into the hill, there were also people who were let me find it. Hold on. There were also people who were interested in. Oh, sorry. There were giants. There were giants who roamed the earth. They ruled. This was before even humans were evolved enough to walk the earth themselves. The spear is actually called the 7-tree spear. It was a magical weapon gifted by the first gods to one of the giants, and that is where the bloodline actually stems from. You are all descendants of the first giants. Well done. Congratulations. All right. So, you are, okay, here we go. You are led into the temple on the morning of the ceremony after you are done with your prayer. The interior of the temple is as ornate as the outside. Allow me to reveal it to you.
Ooh.
Hold on.
I see a void.
I know.
Oh, the void.
There may be some dark spots
Whoa.
there. And now I'm actually going to give you all tokens to use. That one's going to be Peter. That one's going to be Noir. And that one, oh, and that one's going to be Bonsai.
Hey, I'm a wizard.
Let's make them a little smaller so you can actually move around a little. Each one of these squares that you see is 10 feet. So we can fit multiple characters into the same square. All right. So yeah, these just represent all of your characters at the same time. I'm going to make them all named so you can tell who they are. I'm also going to give you control over that that character. So Bonsai, there's yours.
Yay. I can move myself.
And Peter, that one's for you. And Noir, I'm going to give you this one. There you go. All right, cool. The interior is all one vast space built around a natural hill. The floors are grass, save for a worn path that leads to a wooden shaft protruding from the hill. The stained glass windows are artfully set so that the sunlight at dawn becomes multiple shafts of colored light, all centered on the shaft. On the far south end of the hall is an altar styled to look like a miniature castle, complete with towers, crenellations, and arrow slits. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to have each of you roll a luck check for each of your characters. All right. And make sure you roll one for each of your characters and you have in mind which one's going to roll which. Okay. And that will determine the order in which you each try to pull the spear from the hill. Ooh. Those are some big rolls. And remember, this is all luck checks. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, let me get my notepad out. And all right. Does anybody have a 20 or higher? All right. Does anybody have a 15 or higher?
I have a 15 or higher.
Okay, great.
Trey
Bonsai.
has a 15 or higher.
Trey has what?
Has a 16.
16. Okay. Does anybody have a 10 or higher?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard a yep. Peter, which your character has what number?
1 has a 13 and 3 has an 11.
Okay. Anybody
And,
else?
Veer has a 12.
Veer? How do you spell that?
V-I-E-R.
It doesn't matter how you spell it. They're gonna be dead soon.
No, it's clever. Anybody can figure out the names of my characters is very clever. I want to see in chat. Do you know?
Timothy
All right.
Chalamet has a 14.
A 14. Okay.
Javion has a 14.
Okay. You can decide who goes first.
Marcus got an 11, and Chevy Chase has a 19.
Noir has all 4 of his characters, doesn't he? What a cheater.
Chevy Chase has a 19.
Yeah. It's really
all right. Does anybody have a 5 or higher?
Yeah, all my characters that had a 10 or higher also have a 5 or higher.
Thank you, Peter. That's very helpful. All right. Does anybody have a 0 to a 5?
A 3.
I have a 0. I have a 0.
Okay. Okay. Bonsai, your character has a 3.
Dose has 3.
Okay. Peter?
4 has 0.
Okay. And does anybody have less than 0? All right. Perfect. Wow. All right. So here we go. Starting with Chevy. Roll a D100. So you could do this by rolling, by typing in /roll 1D100. And then we're going to use your luck modifier for Chevy as well to increase or decrease it, depending on what the bonus is. So we got an 80.
Ooh.
Let's see. Pull it from the stone. Do you have a bonus?
No.
Okay. So so Chevy comes up to the spear and tries to yank it from the ground. And instead of pulling it from the ground, Chevy grows antenna.
Oh.
2 little stalks poke out of Chevy's head. And from now on, Chevy has a +1 die on checks to detect sounds, ambushes, or secret doors. So, Noir, make a note of that. +1 die on checks to detect sounds, ambushes, or secret doors.
Okay.
All right, cool. We got to go through this fast. So,
all right.
Bonsai.
Roll
for Trey.
Trey. Trey gets a 32 + 1.
Okay, so it's a 42. So that's going to be... Chevy is unsuccessful as well. However, sorry, Trey's unsuccessful as well. And Trey's skin actually transforms. Roll a D6.
Ooh, I get a D6.
Yeah, your Trey's skin transforms.
2.
A 2.
1. Or 2. Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Well, it's a 1, but
it's
do
a 1.
I have
it's
to
just
plus
a 1.
anything?
It's just a 1. Trey's skin is now furry like a bear's. You're furry all over. I hope that wasn't the barber. Because you're going to need some help with that later on.
It wasn't the barb.
Tim, go ahead and roll a D100. Let's see if you can pull the spear from the hill.
Gotcha.
Ooh!
96 for Timothy Chalamet.
Any bonuses or negatives?
Actually, yeah. Timothy Chalamet gets a +1.
Oh, snap. Okay, that's actually really good. That's 106. Okay, roll 2d5.
Timothy Chalamet.
This is actually insane. This is actually really, really insane. Timothy Chalamet is about to go like supernova. All right, you have 6 points. Add them to your stats.
Ooh.
In any way you want. You can put them all in luck. You can put some of them into stamina and another a few into personality or strength. However you want to add them up, put them somewhere. It should be noted, at any time when I make you do a luck check, you can actually burn luck by removing it permanently from the score. So that big number, you can delete numbers from that all the way down to 0 if you want. And add however many you delete to your score. So if you rolled a 12, you can burn 2 of your luck score and make it go down from a 10 to an 8, which would be a -1. But you can burn 2 to make that 12 or 14. Does that make sense? Probably not. It's a lot complicated. All right, Javion, go ahead and roll D100.
Get a 1. Get a 1. Laugh out loud. Oh.
That would have sucked. 27, anything about luck?
Javion is going to Javion gets a -1 to luck, actually.
Okay, so that's a 17. Roll it 1d5. So it looks like Javion is going to sprout an extra row of teeth behind the first one. Big old chompers for Javion. All right, 1. Roll 13. Roll your D100. 1.
I rolled an 84 and I have a luck of -2.
That's 60.
-2, so that's a 64. Oh, okay. Roll a D4. And go ahead and add that to your highest stat.
Oh, what is that? A 1? Looks like
That's a 1. Add a 1 to your highest stat.
Okay, my highest.
However, you lose 1 from your lowest stat.
Is it the base number or the
big base number, the big one?
Right. Okay. So does that going from 13 to 14 or 5 to 4?
Yeah. So the way it works is with stat bonuses, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all 0 bonus. And 8 or lower is a -1.
Okay.
And nobody's gonna have like a 5 or a 4 or 3, so we don't have to worry about that. A 13, 14, or 15 is a +1, and a 16, 17, or 18. Sorry, a 16 or a 17 is a +2, and 18 is a +3. What do you need?
I did have a 5 actually, but now it's a 4.
Oh, okay. So it's a -2 to that.
Already was a -2. Okay.
Well, then I guess it wasn't helpful for you to bring that up, was it? Okay. Let's move on to Veer. Veer, roll your D100. Let's see if you can pull the spear from the hill.
I have a +0 to luck, so that is a straight up 35.
35. Veer grows a cluster of eyes all over their head. You can
Lots of eyes.
Yes, Veer can now see in 360 degrees all at once.
Wow.
Go ahead and make sure you write that down. 3. Yep. Roll a D100.
Okay.
7.
That's a 7.
7, and the luck is -1.
Oh, that's a -7.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
3.
Oh, no.
It was 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, I was gonna say if this is Marcus, this would be funnier. So, unfortunately, 3 dissolves into an amorphous blob and dies after trying to pull the spear from the hill.
Is a blob? Am I a gelatinous cube now?
Dead. You're dead.
I'm a dead blob.
Marcus, go ahead and roll.
All right.
Whoever's controlling Marcus.
I got this.
All right, let's.
Oh my god! Wow!
Oh my god!
There, you did it.
What is that? 100! Marcus!
Double luck.
Marcus!
Oh my gosh.
That's
okay.
why dice
okay.
are so much
No
fun.
luck. Any luck?
Oh, luck, Marcus. No, just wait. Hold
Okay.
on, hold on, Marcus. Hold on. Let me look at Marcus. Yeah, one luck.
Sweet. Okay, it's 110. Now, if you want to, I will let you burn one luck and get to the highest level.
I will burn that luck, please.
Okay. To remove one from the score.
Okay.
And then what's that score afterwards?
That is an 11.
Okay, so no bonus. It was the same as 12. Okay, so here's what happens. Roll
God, King
2d7. Roll 2d7.
God, King Marcus, God, King Marcus, God, King Marcus.
God,
Sorry,
King
Peter.
Marcus.
Half your characters are already dead.
I know. That's great.
I can't say I'm surprised all that much. Okay, we got an 11. You gain that many points that you can add to your ability scores however you wish. You cannot go over 18.
Wow.
Your appearance changes. You choose one mutation that Marcus receives. It could be a natural attack doing up to 1d8 damage. You can have an appendage granting specialized movement like wings or webbed feet. You can get the ability to cast a single randomly determined spell or other similarly powered ability worked out between you and me.
Here we go. A spell.
If you do a spell, you only get one. When you use it, it's gone forever.
Oh, it's gone forever?
You can't reuse spells in this game.
Wings.
Use it once.
Yeah, we're giving God King Marcus angel wings.
All right, angel wings it is. Well done, God King Marcus.
God,
Unfortunately,
King Marcus.
however, you did not pull the spear from the hill, so we're gonna have to move on.
What the?
All right.
Wait.
Dose. Roll, and then finally we're gonna go
a 96. That
96.
is a 0 luck score, though.
Okay. So you probably already remember what happens to your character.
I get. What was the plus again?
Never mind.
Nope.
Hold on. You don't have any bonuses, right, to luck?
No.
Did you want to burn any luck?
Yeah, I'll burn luck on not Mark Dose's character.
How much? 1, 2, or 3?
3.
Okay.
So
you also roll
2d7.
2d7. Yep. Yeah. So you also get to roll 2d7 and gain that many points to add your base ability scores.
So
and you also get another appearance change. You can get a natural attack doing up to 1d8 damage. You can get a new appendage, or you can get a spell, or you can get another similarly powered ability.
So I get a 7 and a 3, so that's 10.
Okay,
10 to put anywhere.
Yeah, and you can't go over 18. And then I'll let I'll help you out with like stat modifiers and how they change in the future. But okay. Finally, we have 4.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what happens to 4.
Oh. with a 0 initiative.
All right, 4.
Yeah. Roll.
So all of you watch as the final the final bloodline heir walks up to the spear. Don't roll anything, please.
Okay.
Before you can do that, there are a bunch of boos and hisses and a bunch of naysayers from the crowd who are like, "Get off the stage, boo! This guy's not worthy. Let's try again next year." Everybody's like, "No, don't let him, don't let him." And then the Grand Vizier comes up next to you and stops you and says, "Wait, everyone. Quiet yourselves. This could be our new king. Give 4 a chance to prove their worth before you cast doubt. You will all be sorry if he should pull the spear. Mark my words. Anyone booing this man shall feel my wrath. 4, please continue." And then the Grand Vizier steps down from the hill and goes over to the altar and just stands next to that as you pull the spear from the hill, or at least you try to, because what happens is nothing. Instead, you try to pull the spear from the ground and nothing happens. You don't roll any D100 because nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Yeah. All right. Nothing happens.
Wait, everybody.
Wait.
Nothing happens. Ever again.
Are we all dead?
Just kidding. What happens next is actually hold on. I'm gonna skip the Grand Vizier spear, but When you attempt to remove the spear from the hill, the ground begins to shudder. The spear moves just slightly at first, then quickly. You're able to draw it from the ground, bursting forth with a dreadful clot of gore and a spurt of black ichor. There is a fountain of ooze that gushes out of the ground. Palmot and the Templars rejoice, cheering, and they offer prayers to you. They fall to their knees at your feet as behind you a geyser of black ooze is spraying over you and the entire hill. They chant your name. Four! All hail four! All hail four! The jubilation is very short-lived. From the ground erupts. I'm going to reveal it for you. And the spear, actually. I forgot to reveal the spear. Oop, that is hide. That's not what I wanted. Reveal. Thank you.
Whoa.
Woo.
A demon lord.
Oh no.
He
not
bursts
again.
forth from the ground. Four bursts into a puff of red dust where he used to be. That character is now dead.
Oh.
What the fuck?
The spear goes flying out of the temple and into the ground, sticking into the ground outside of the temple.
So I wasn't king very long.
Can I make an attempt to catch it?
The demon lord howls into the sky, swinging his massive arms around. He towers hundreds of feet above you.
Run away!
I am Gore Flagratia. All will die.
I am running away.
The first thing Gore Flagratia tries to do is he tries to reach outside of the temple and grab the spear. But as soon as he reaches over to it, you watch there's something pushing him back. And he reaches back, cursing his hand as it burns. Ah! So then what he does is he reaches into his chest, burrowing deep into it, and he grabs his heart, ripping it from his chest.
Oof.
The heart sprouts large, disgusting black wings, dripping more of this black ooze as it flaps its wings. It flies away, leaving a trail in its wake. Gore Flagratia roars once again. Beating his chest a few times and screaming a bunch, the Templars go running in all different directions frantically. The Grand Vizier is paralyzed in place next to the altar, just staring up at him in awe. Before y'all do anything, I am going to really quickly just roll something, a little something. Don't worry about it.
Run away!
Run away! Mi amados, run!
Run away!
Run!
Before I can do anything, I'm gonna run away.
Mm-hmm.
Hide in
Let's
the
see.
kitchens.
Run-
Okay, gotcha.
Run away!
Sorry. All of you tell me the lowest luck value on all of your characters' modifiers.
I only have one character left.
Right. What is it?
0.
1.
0, -1, Noir?
1 plus 1.
Oh, +1. Okay, Noir.
The lowest modifier?
Mhm.
That's going to be a. Oh, this is. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a -1.
Oh, okay. It's not who I think it is it?
It's JVI.
Gore Flagratia decides it'd be a good idea to pick Javion up off the
No,
ground,
not like
and-
this.
chomp off his head, and then just swallow the rest of him whole.
Okay.
All right.
For what it's worth, he was trying to bite back with his extra rows of teeth. It just
Yeah.
Why don't you all Roll initiative. Use a d20 and add the highest initiative modifier of all of your remaining characters.
What's our initiative modifiers? I thought we were using.
It'll
what?
be in the character sheet. There should be a
Yes.
section for it.
I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Man.
This will be very quick. All right. Noir, you're not rolling 3 times. You're just rolling once.
Oh.
And you just apply that to the highest initiative modifier.
Okay.
So let's just use a 7.
Okay.
And then add your initiative modifiers. Okay, Bonsai, let's start with you. Don't tell me any characters' names. I just need to know the number that you have.
I have as 13.
13. Peter.
5.
Noir.
7.
Okay. Gorflagratior picks up or smashes the altar and then picks up the dormitory, the entirety of it, and then chucks it onto the ground. It bursts into a million pieces, killing several of the Templars. Bonsai, you're first. What do you want to do with your characters?
Well, going up first, when I touched the sword, Dose actually got 2 extra arms and felt a surge of energy. So they have 4 arms now. I made it very easy. I just put all the extra 10 points into strength. So I don't know how you want to.
Oh, what do you got?
that.
What's the total?
So that would be a 16.
Okay, that's a +2.
Okay, it's a +2.
All right, and what are you trying to do? The spear is outside the temple now.
I am going to.
There's also still the altar.
Okay. I'm gonna actually run towards the spear.
Okay, you run out of the temple. The gates are wide open, and you rush towards the spear. Eventually, you make it over to the spear. Do you pick it up?
Yes.
Okay, it's yours now. It's in your inventory until you somehow lose it or die. This is the 7-tree spear. It grants you several new powers. It's 12 inches long with a blade of pure silver. It's made magically hard enough to retain a permanent razor sharp edge. And that's all I want to say about it for now. Okay. Noir, what are you going to do with your characters?
Okay. So first off, we got Timothy Chalamet, who now has an 18 luck and a 15 agility.
Okay.
And he's going to throw the chain. He has chains. 10 feet of chains worth 30 gold pieces, and he's going to try and throw them at the demon to like wrap it up.
Oh, okay, great. You're gonna throw your chains at the demon.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okie dokie.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
Just a regular strength check.
Now, can I like burn luck to help me with this?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what I roll first.
By the way, the demon is like 200 feet tall. So I hope it's real good chains.
Oh, never mind.
Change your mind?
Yeah, I definitely changed my mind on that one because yeah.
Makes sense.
I think I'm gonna run.
Yeah, okay.
Run,
You
boy,
run
run.
out of the temple, leaving the altar behind. Peter, what are you gonna do?
I have one character. Number 1 is still alive, and number 1 is gonna follow Noir, but try and run faster than Noir and try and pass him up.
Okay, cool. So
maybe trip him. I might trip him just to...
Yes.
Okay, both of you roll off d20.
Okay. Is this
and
agility?
Strength. This is for you, yes, it's agility. Actually, yeah, agility for both of you. That sounds fair.
Okay. Yeah.
18. Oh. Noir got an 18. Peter got a 19. It's his agility.
Okay, so that's gonna be a +1, so 19.
And Peter?
19.
Roll again.
Nah, I would like to burn one of my luck, please.
Okay, yeah, you burned a luck. Okay, cool. Go ahead, burn a luck. You won the agility check.
I'm at 17 luck now.
Peter,
no!
your character trips and falls. So you are there when what happens next happens.
I was thinking maybe I would burn a luck too.
Oh,
How much you want to burn?
Well, I'm gonna burn 2 luck.
Oh, okay. So now you're beating Noir. Noir, you want to burn any? Otherwise, you're gonna get tripped up.
Let it burn.
One of your characters. You got plenty of characters. Come on.
Yeah, that's fair.
But still have to burn that luck though. That you.
Yeah, I'll burn the first luck. Well,
Okay.
would that make us tied?
No, because you were 1 above. He went 2. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So Peter, go ahead and burn 2 luck off your character's stats for luck, and then that might change your modifier. We'll see. Okay. So Noir, which of your characters has the lowest agility?
The lowest agility. Now it is Chevy Chase.
Okay. Chevy Chase trips and falls headfirst into the dirt, tumbling forward a few times, and is knocked unconscious.
No.
The Grand Wazir finally breaks himself out of the stupor as the altar is smashed. He crawls over to the remains and watches them crumble in his hands, and he sifts through it looking for something. Eventually, he grabs something out and begins to read from it frantically as Gorfil Gratior reaches down towards him. Bonsai, you have the spear. What do you want to do?
With that hand reaching down, Dose is gonna go stab the hand.
Okay. Dose, you try to go stab the hand as it's reaching down, so you rush back into the temple.
Stab it.
Let me get the stats for the spear.
Stab that hand.
Let me
Stab
see
it,
here.
stab it.
I think it's a +4.
A +4 to stabbing?
Yes, I think it's a +4.
Just roll a d20 straight up.
Oh no, it's a +3 to hit. Okay. It's a +3 and add your strength modifier as well, and you could burn luck as well.
Let's see. So I have a +2 to strength. That's 9 + 2. That's 11, but also +3. You said.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 14.
All right.
I mean, yeah, that's a 14, but that's not much. I already have. I don't want a negative luck, so I'm not.
You can burn 1 luck, and you'd hit.
Okay, I will burn 1 luck. That will put my luck at 8.
Okay, so that is going to be a -1 to luck.
Now, yes.
Okay.
Oh, also, my 2 other characters are hiding in the corner and not doing anything because they're scared.
Okay, gotcha. So the demon's heart flaps its wings above you and flies past you into the forest. You let it fly past as you stab the hand instead. You get a +3 to damage, and the spear does a d8.
Ooh, so when...
And then add your strength modifier if you have any.
Okay, that's a +2 as well. So that's a 5 plus, how much was it? 2.
3 from the spear, and then 2 from your strength. So it's 10 total.
10 total.
All right.
I stabbed that hand. Dos!
Ah!
I forgot there's a floating heart. I totally.
Okay. After you're done stabbing its hand, Gorfil Gratior curses into the sky. The sky grows dark. Clouds roll in from all directions. A cold wind, unnatural for this time of year, begins to blow. Noir, what are you gonna do?
All right, so is the spear in the demon now?
No, just stabbed into his hand momentarily, but he had to back away from it after because his hand's bleeding, but also every time he's tried to grab the spear, he wasn't able to get close enough to it.
Dos. I have the spear.
Oh, okay. I think Marcus will look at Dose and go, "Can I see the spear?"
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
You transfer the spear
Yes.
to Marcus.
Go,
And
Marcus. Go.
I would like to have Marcus fly up and try to stab it in the eye.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Not the heart. Not the heart.
Oh,
The heart's-
yes, the heart.
Heart's long gone.
Oh, the
Oh.
heart's gone.
Yeah, y'all let it fly away. It's in the woods now.
Oh,
I mean, I can fly.
yeah.
Do you wanna
Marcus
fly after
God
it?
King.
Yeah.
All right, you go fly after it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Marcus God King, go.
All right. So Marcus flies after the heart. It's flapping its wings. It's flying away, but Marcus is in hot pursuit and isn't seen again for the rest of this adventure. But maybe we'll have an epilogue.
I'm so sorry. Well,
Oh,
Marcus may live now, though. So there's that.
Actually, Noir. What I'm gonna have you do? I'm gonna have you
Mhm.
roll a. Let's have you roll a luck check.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
Marcus, and let's see what happens. Actually, before you roll this, instead of rolling /roll, type in /GMROLL.
Also, you wanted to only you see it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Only you and me have this
Oh.
knowledge. Nobody else is in the group is going to see this.
that's messed up.
All right,
How
don't
dare.
tell me the total. Don't tell me the total. All right, but what is the luck modifier for Marcus?
What's a luck? Hold on. I think somebody has. No. What's the luck mod? What's the modifier for 16?
+2.
All right, +2.
All right. So now, Noir. Yeah, that's your turn, Peter. What's your last character going to do?
Running
You're
away.
outside the temple.
Yeah,
All right.
just running away.
Congratulations, you have freed yourself from the bonds of whatever. You'll have to deal with your mutation from now on, but you're no longer a part of the game.
I did not get a mutation.
That's a
This
win.
this
Oh,
character did.
right.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what? How?
One didn't get a mutation. That was somebody else.
Oh, yeah. One is great. One's living happy life.
Yeah.
Far, far away from the end of the world. Okay. Next up, we've got Bonsai. Back to you.
I guess Dose is just like, okay, well, what do I do? Trey and Veer start throwing rocks. Because what else are they gonna do? Rocks at whatever is the closest part of the giant demon person.
All right, Gorfla Gratior laughs. You have no chance of succeeding in this, but I would love to see you roll an attack roll.
I'm gonna make them all throw rocks.
And make sure it's at 1 die down. So it's a D16 each, -1 die.
Okay, everyone gets a D16 because trying. Never know what could happen. So this is my last 3. This is for both Dos, Tre, and Via. In that order.
Yes. Okay.
So
all right.
3, 4, 4.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No. Y'all chuck rocks and they explode. On the impact in front of Gorfla Gratior. He was literally just like. Doesn't even flinch at the sight of those. But what he does do is he summons his armor. He puts on a horned helm that you see here with a glowing breastplate that has a face of fiery eyes and gauntlets. However, his chest is hollow as the heart has just been ripped out from him as well. And then he rips off his hand and then chucks it at the ground. It animates and then attacks all of Bonsai's characters. Let's see what we got here. Where are you? That's for Gorfla Gratior's hand. I'm going to roll this attack here so everybody can see it. It's a 17. Okay. Yeah, so it's 20 to hit your AC. What is your AC?
Which I have a 12 in the order of dos, tres, and via is 12, 10, 9.
Okay, gotcha. The one with 9 gets hit instead of everybody else, and the hand just leaps up into the air and smacks down, crushing them with, let's see. Oh, only 2 damage.
Oh, but that's enough.
They're dead. They're dead.
Poor Veer gets squished with all of its eyes. See 360 of that hand coming down. Saw it all. Everything. Freeze
All
frame
right.
moment.
The Gorful Gratior turns his attention now to the man who's been chanting from a scroll, and then a blast of black ichor erupts from his throat and melts the Grand Vizier where he stands. However, he's holding up his hand, and he's still got the scroll in his hand, sticking up out of the rubble that remains. Next up is Noir.
All right, so Marcus is off doing God King stuff.
Yep.
Chevy Chase is knocked out. Javion is dead. Does Chevy Chase wake up by chance?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, so there's just Timothy Chalamet.
All right, Timothy, show us what you got. There's no spear. What are you gonna do?
What's going on with the guy that's chanting again? What's he doing?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
He just got melted by acid breath.
Yep. Timothy Chalamet is.
There's a scroll.
Is going to run to the scroll and see if he can use it.
Yes. All right. Sweet. So, as you read from the scroll, you can tell that it's made of animal hide. A black and red serpent-like creature erupts from the ground, twisting and winding around as it spirals into the air. It's got bat-like wings and bug eyes, and you have just summoned the servant of Axpithin, who actually screams their name as they are summoned.
Timothy would go, do my bidding, thwart this demon.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going to happen. That's definitely what's going to happen. I wanted to show a picture. It's going to take me 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
Is there any amount of luck I can burn to
Oh no, you did great. You did great.
To make this,
you couldn't have done better. Okay, here it comes. Okay, and then after summoning this creature, it wraps itself around Gorfla Gratior, and the two wrestle with one another. And you can see the following.
Ooh.
Can you see that?
I see nothing.
Okay, hold on.
Green swirl?
Hold on. Let me go back. I got this. Oh, here we go. Da-da-da. Show 2 players. How about that?
Oh, that's cool.
There you go. So now the two of them begin fighting as everyone goes screaming and running out of the temple. It appears Gorfil Gratior is actually winning for a time. The servant holds him off for a very long time, the two of them ripping each other apart, but eventually Gorfil Gratior summons his magical energy and explodes, leaving nothing in his wake. The two of them gone. However, the shroud of smoke and blood that is left behind slowly begins to reform to a horned creature with a hole in its chest and missing one hand. Gorfla Gratior was successful all despair as he screams his battle cry. And that's where we wait. Off in the distance, a burst of light as a spear is pierced through a giant black heart with wings. Gorflagatior howls and begins to sink down into the dirt.
That's right.
Until nothing is left but his lifeless skull, which will be picked clean by the Templars. However, out from the black heart, a new kind of evil is unleashed.
The God King Marcus.
God
Yes.
King Marcus.
God King Marcus was successful. However, there are excuse me. Where is it? Oh man. There are tendrils of black ichor that reach into the sky, forming a dark cloud. More tendrils spit out from it in all directions, all across the kingdom. People are cursed with a debilitating desecration. They clutch their chests, they hold their heads in their hands, they begin to decay and rot. Peter, your character survived and ran away successfully. Make a luck check, please.
Oh, wow.
18.
You are forced to watch as everyone you run past, everyone you run beside, everyone you see is cursed with this new evil that has been unleashed in the world.
And we need to wrap.
There we go.
We need to wrap, my friend.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm aware. I'm very aware of the time. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, that's my bad. All right. So here we go. The last thing you see is the smoke's corruption reflected in the victim's eyes. A blackness like ink injected into their pupils. Every individual touched seems to wake up to a new reality, some horrible, destructive purpose. Even as your enhanced perception begins to fade, you see the infected creatures change, some grabbing the nearest dangerous implement and attacking a random innocent, some more patient, perhaps more subtle, but that seem to be changed in more thoughtful ways. So, Bonsai, I think you have the most characters to choose from. Noir, I believe you only have God King Marcus left. Everyone else is
have two.
Either alive and like just not super noteworthy. I would go with God King Marcus if I were you, but you're just going to basically choose one, except for Peter, who only has one character left. So that is how we are going to end our session today.
Okay.
Hopefully now you all have an idea of who your last character is going to be. If you ever want to play a level 1 adventure, these characters will all be level 1. Congratulations,
Yeah.
your survival of the funnel. This would have been way longer and had 2 more extra maps. So we got through a lot, I will say. Well done. Very ingenious usage of luck and wings.
Thank you.
Noir, well
Bye.
done.
Thank you,
All right.
Jacob.
I'm getting there. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for playing.